And she is one of the strongest allies for La Casa here in our community. She's consistently advocating for survivors of domestic violence both here in San Francisco and in her workplace, and we're so lucky to have her here with us today.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Kathy, Mayor. Okay. Thank you for having me. My name is Cassandra Poggi, and I'm a survivor of domestic violence. I was in an abusive relationship for almost 2 years. It started, as most usually do. He was very charming in the beginning. He created the illusion that I was the dominant partner. He said all the right things at the right time. He was good to me, and I started to fall for him. But as things started to become more serious, he became jealous. He started to introduce intimidation and isolation. And I found myself trapped and alone in a relationship with someone who used manipulation and violence to control my life every single day. I became a shell of myself. I was his captive. The abuse was constant, happening at all hours. I lost count of the slaps and the shoves and the punches. There were nights, after abusing me verbally, he then would abuse me sexually. Those were the darkest and loneliest days of my life. I was finally able to leave after one extremely sadistic beating. I don't remember how many times he punched me in my face, in my head, and in my body because I started to black out. But when he finally stopped, I was able to stagger upstairs to my bathroom, and I looked at myself in the mirror, and I knew in that moment that if I did not leave, he would kill me. So I ran out the door. As I was running down the street, I didn't know where I could be safe. But the La Casa de las Madres image popped into my head. A few months earlier, a colleague of mine was doing a domestic violence awareness presentation in my office lobby. And as I was leaving for the day, I decided to take a look just for a second. So, as I was running down the street, I stopped and I hid in someone's dark corner of their garage, and I Googled them. I found their emergency hotline number and I gave them a call. Not knowing what to say, all I was able to tell the woman on the other line was that I was just beat up, I feared for my life, and I needed somewhere safe to stay. So she gave me instructions to one of their undisclosed shelters where I was able to stay for the night and know that he would not be able to find me. The comfort and security that La Casa gave me that night is so invaluable that I'll never be able to put into words how much it means to me. For the rest of my life, I will never forget the feeling that I had laying in one of their beds that night. A feeling that I haven't had in over the past year. The feeling of safety. But what La Casa did for me did not just end in that night. They provided me with legal counsel to file for a civil restraining order. They made sure to stay in contact with me as I started to get back up on my feet to make sure I had everything that I needed. One of their advocates attended every single court date with me to make sure that I was not alone as I faced my abuser at both my civil and criminal court trials that each lasted the entire following year. I cannot change my past. I can only learn and share my experiences and hope to just save one other person from having a similar story to mine. Abuse thrives in silence. And I could not be more proud that we're here together today to bring a voice to this social injustice that holds so many in darkness. And fortunately for us in San Francisco Bay Area, La Casa is a bright light in that darkness. This beautiful new building, their new home, is a bright light. So, thank you La Casa for saving lives, and thank you for saving my life.